Hello, thoughtful explorers. Today, we're diving into a world full of whispers, wild stories, dramatic headlines, half-truths, and clever tricks. The world of rumors and fake news, where things aren't always what they seem, and where your philosopher brain becomes incredibly important. Imagine you're at school and someone rushes in shouting, "There's a dinosaur in the cafeteria." Before you even finish saying, "Wait, what?" The rumor spreads faster than a squirrel chasing a runaway pizza slice. Kids run around screaming, teachers look confused, and someone is already making a drawing of the dinosaur wearing sunglasses. But when everyone finally checks, they realize the dinosaur was just a janitor carrying a giant green mop. This is how rumors work. They usually start small, grow bigger with each person who adds their own twist, and turn into something that feels true even when it isn't. Rumors spread because they're exciting, surprising, scary, or funny, and our brains sometimes like exciting stories more than boring facts. Now let's talk about fake news, which is like rumors that went to the gym, lifted heavy weights, and became stronger, louder, and more convincing. Fake news can look real because it often uses fancy designs, serious voices, or dramatic pictures to make you believe something quickly before you have time to think. A headline might shout, "Scientists discover invisible cats living in your bathroom." And even though it sounds silly, some people will believe it because it looks official. Philosophers love asking questions, and that is exactly what you should do when you hear a rumor or see something online that feels shocking, strange, or too amazing to be true. You can ask, where did this information come from? Is there proof? Does it sound believable? And could someone be exaggerating or joking? These questions act like a shield that protects you from falling for false ideas. Sometimes fake news is made on purpose to trick people, get attention, make money, or push a certain idea. Other times, it's simply a mistake that spreads because nobody stopped to check the facts. That is why a philosopher's calm thinking is so valuable. Instead of instantly believing something, you pause and examine it like a detective looking for clues. Even adults get fooled by fake news. Some people believe photos that are edited, videos that are staged, or stories that leave out important details. The world is full of information, and not all of it is true. But if you think carefully, you can navigate it like a wise explorer who doesn't get lost in confusion. Let's say someone sends you a message saying, "This video proves that chocolate makes you invisible." Instead of grabbing a chocolate bar and waiting to disappear, a critical thinker might say, "Who made this video? Is the evidence real, and could the video be edited?" Asking these questions is not boring. It's smart, safe, and surprisingly fun. Rumors can also hurt people's feelings. If someone spreads a story saying, "Alex cheated on the test," even though Alex didn't, that rumor might make others avoid Alex or judge them unfairly. This is why philosophers remind us to be careful about what we say and share, because our words can affect real people in real ways. Sometimes rumors start because someone misunderstood something. Maybe they saw two teachers whispering and assumed the school was closing forever, even though they were just planning a surprise event. Our brains sometimes jump to conclusions, and that's why slowing down and thinking clearly is so important. A philosopher doesn't stop at asking whether something is true. They also ask why people believe it, how it spreads, and what it says about our hopes, fears, and imagination. This deeper thinking helps us understand not just the information itself, but the way human minds work. Even your emotions can affect whether you believe something. If a rumor makes you scared, excited, or angry, your brain might want to react immediately instead of checking the facts. Philosophers teach us that emotions are powerful, but thinking clearly helps us avoid mistakes that strong feelings might cause. Whenever you hear something surprising, remember this. If it sounds too weird, too amazing, too scary, too perfect, or too dramatic, it might not be true. Real life can be exciting, but fake news often tries to be extra exciting on purpose. So how do we protect ourselves? We can check reliable sources, ask questions, compare stories, look for evidence, and talk to trusted people before believing or sharing something. This makes you not just a thinker, but a responsible thinker who cares about truth and fairness. And here's something incredible: when you learn to spot rumors and fake news, you become someone who doesn't get fooled easily, someone who helps others think clearly, and someone who spreads truth instead of confusion. That is exactly the kind of hero the world needs, not a superhero with a cape, but a thinker with curiosity and wisdom. So stay curious, stay thoughtful, and keep using your philosopher brain to guide you through a world full of information, noise, stories, and secrets. With a calm mind and good questions, you can always find your way to the truth.